Things are really starting to happen for Chunky here. Got a DUI distributor for the inline 6 and a set of plug wires. Let's take a look at them. I decided to splurge a little bit, or quite a bit, and get this DUI brand HEI distributor with a built-in coil. This sucker was $450. These wires are super high quality. And that set of wires was, I think, 120 bucks. After taxes and everything, it was over $600. So I'm hoping that this is a lifetime type of purchase. Down here on the floor for the past year or so, we've had this C4 transmission that came out of this van. And I'm going to take it to the shop tomorrow for rebuilding. I don't know how long they'll have it. But I figure if I'm going to have this nice of a motor, I might as well go ahead and have a nicely rebuilt transmission as well. It Cook's Racing Transmissions, and dropping off the C4. A little bit of gasket maker on the cork gasket. These little grommets go in. And they go in the pointed side in. And these are getting torqued at 2 foot-pounds. Little package from Rock Auto, thermostat, 195 degree. Some spark plugs. I went with a Motorcraft stock copper spark plug from 1984. BSF42C. I'm going to make sure they're gapped at about 44/1000ths. I went ahead and got some water pump gasket maker. In the gasket kit, there was 2 that looked almost alike. Water net gaskets, but only one of them is right. It's this one. Alright, we're going to come back in about an hour to torque these down. So this is assembly lube, and since this comes into contact with the cam, all right, so I just stuck a little towel down where the distributor goes. And I think I'm ready to put the motor into place. But I don't like the idea of putting that clean motor in when I'm going to be grinding away at this floor, chipping away at it. I don't see, you know, a lot of rot, but there's a lot of rust, chips and stuff. I'm thinking about just grinding away at this and then top coating it. Let's see how this goes. I'm going to vacuum it up first and then go from there. I tested a spot with this flap wheel. This thing is very aggressive, and it quickly got through to bare metal. Now, I know it's pitted and stuff, but after putting on a thick coat of some sort of rust preventive paint, I'm just gonna roll with it. All right, I got really busy there. Sanded all this down. Took the little trim pieces off. And pretty much the surface rust stopped about right there. There's one spot, a really bad spot right there. I'll figure out what to do with that. But the rest of the bed is clean and rust free for the most part. There might be a little bit of surface rust over there. I'll get to that. Thinking about sweeping this thing out and looking at it a little better. So most of this bed is about as perfect as you could ever hope for. And then other areas, little wire wheel and some surface rust, no biggie. So after I replace that piece of metal right there, I'm thinking about just soaking this thing down with some foamy soap, pressure washing it all out. But that'll have to be next week. I've got probably enough content for a video this week. So I'm gonna shut her down right here, and don't forget to subscribe so we can see this thing all the way through. So I love to see your comments. I appreciate everybody who does, and I try to reply to everyone. So thank you all. See you next week.